Do you feel like in general your students are becoming more and more challenging from year to year? Do you find yourself spending more time on classroom management than you do teaching? Teenagers from all generations have heard the timeless complaint that they are at times disrespectful. Can you recall a time in your youth when an adult reprimanded you, saying your behavior towards them or another is disrespectful? This is usually accompanied by an eye roll and the trite saying, "kids these days." The receiver most often disregards and dismisses the comment, as it was most likely spoken by an archaic, grumpy old man or woman. Enter one of today's typical classrooms. As teachers attempt to teach, students are engaging in a plethora of other activities. Students in the back corner are chatting incessantly. A handful of students are working on things for other classes. One or two students may be sleeping. A couple of students have one earbud in and are listening to music, and a majority of students are looking down into their laps and texting profusely. The majority of the students in today's classrooms are disengaged and disinterested, which is often the cause or source of what teachers consider disrespectful behavior. Interest and disengagement has become a wicked problem in American high schools, resulting in students who are or seem bored, unruly, even disrespectful beings who have no ownership of their education, their present, and their futures. Do your students ever complain that school is boring? The majority of my students have 18-hour days where they are constantly moving and doing things. Here is an example of a typical student schedule. 6:30 a.m., wake up. 7 a.m., leave for school. 3 p.m., practice. 6 p.m., work, dance, art, any extracurricular activities. 9 p.m., eat dinner and maybe some downtime. 10:30, homework. And 12:30, sleep, if they're lucky. And at any given time, they are multitasking. High school students are not sedentary people, and asking them to sit still in class for 60 to 90 minutes is close to impossible. Lecturing and talking at students is undoubtedly boring for both students and teachers. Have you noticed when cell phones and other issues become a problem in the classroom? For the most part, it happens when students are bored. When students move around and are engaged in activities, all those things that were once distractions have the power to become resources. Cell phones can become tools, students can collaborate with one another, they can draw from other classes, and so much more. It seems as though students reach for things to distract them from teaching and learning. What gives? Students feel they are not learning practical things that will help them in the real world. Educators try to explain that education is an investment that will help them in the long run. But students need help here and now and have a difficult time looking for the long run. So many of our students feel that we are wasting their time with unnecessary information. Who cares about analyzing and synthesizing something from the literary canon? Our students sure don't. It isn't practical, and our students, like us, can't afford to waste the precious commodity of time. American high school dropout rates have become a bigger problem today. Reports suggest that a quarter of American high school students are dropping out. An American high school student becomes a dropout every 9 seconds. And studies have suggested that the #1 reason for students dropping out of high school is because they feel that high school is a waste of time and it does little to help them. There are two problems that need to be addressed. One is a cultural and management issue for teachers, and the other is a lack of engagement and ownership for students. And while this is a problem that cannot be fixed right away, we must still do what we can in order to better the situation. For if you are not part of the situation, you are surely adding to the problem.